Hey, Grand Rising. Um, it is 1:42 on the clock when I'm recording this. And I just felt like so I'm gonna start you know what? For like a few days I keep getting this building feeling like I should come to a reading. And I like and I was like, well, I don't know. And then but more and more I keep feeling like I should. So Um, I guess this is me like yielding to that feeling like I should come do a reading. Sometimes lately, I used to do personal reads on Final Fantasy, and then I canceled my Final Fantasy sub. So, like, most of me doesn't want to go back right now. Oh, yay, there's my butterfly. Yay. My in real life name means butterfly. It's word for butterfly. So I often have like a lot of butterfly aesthetics. But anyways, so like, oh, hey, camel. Camels have been a popular theme lately and stuff I listen to. So oh yay, there's the phoenix and the butterfly. Oh man, those are big energies for me right now. Oh my goodness. Wow, does that mean like my energy is coming through in the shuffling so strongly? Wowie wow. Oh, now we have a lizard here with the phoenix. Um, you know, and so now we have the black egg and the phoenix. Those are both majors in this class. Wowie wowie wow. Oh my goodness. Wowie wowie wow. Oh my goodness. And an octopus. I love octopus. Oh my goodness. You know what? I'm actually a huge animal lover. I just super love animals. I especially love rabbits. Ooh, that are related to the deer. And actually, the rabbits are considered a cousin of the deer and the animal. Oh, there's the crocodile and the deer. Um, I super love animals. Anyways, so, yeesh, a vulture and a deer. So, anyways, yay! Then there's the elk and the vulture, but the vulture upside down. This elk is like, not silly, vulture. You better get out of here. We ain't serving no meals. And then there's the snake, which we're in the year of the snake. Every time these snakes come up this year, or the cobra, I'm gonna be like, year of the snake. Let's go. Ooh, starfish, but upside down? Well, I don't know if I hold them both in there. Anyways, so I felt like I should come and do a reading, so. Oh yeah, so, what we got here? We got the swan. A swan and spider energy. That's an interesting combo. All right, that's it. And then I'm going to build off of there. And at the bottom, we have the golden egg, which is a major arcana. So real quick, I'm just going to read on these, and then I'll go ahead and we'll see what what messages spirit has. So we'll see if you identify with either the spider energy or the swan energy, which the swan is actually in the water group. So you think they might be in the air because of them being a bird, but they're actually in the water. Yeah. So okay. Aha, here we go. Spider. A creator of prosperity through life's work and dharma. And it says, when in balance, it's very appreciative, enthusiastic, and prosperous. But when out of balance, can be discouraged, tired, or forlorn. To bring it into balance, you need some playful creativity. So the spider is an ingenious creator. Its greatest gift is weaving the thread of Dharma into a vast, intricate work that supports the spider and those around it, both financially and spiritually. It is hard work, but the spider neither tires nor becomes impatient. This card reminds us that creativity is everywhere. Be process oriented rather than results oriented. and soon your work becomes like the weaving of a, oh wow, I actually almost kind of feel like this is like a message for me, because I like lately I've really been having like this huge focus about like I've been getting back to writing poetry, and I really feel like I need to work on publishing it. And so that's just, it's really standing out to me, meow. Alright. Wow. So I need to get a process rather than look at results. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. That's one of my favorite thing about doing tarot. It's like I always feel like, wow, this swan. I'm trying to find the swan page, and just like not getting it. But like, oh, here we go. You know, that's one of the things I like about doing tarot. I feel like when I give other people messages, and I'm also getting messages. So it says the swan is effortless creativity. Wow. So this is 2 back-to-back messages about creativity. So we have effortless creativity, sensitive, mystic, and elegant power. So it says the swan represents heightened creativity in Hindu mythology. The goddess Saraswati, the embodiment of language, creativity, and artistry, rides on the back of this graceful creature. The swan is ready to take us there, to the fluid realm of writing, creating, and reflecting. Holy crap. So it says, this potent and healing energy is not to be taken for granted or taken lightly. When the swan card appears, your soul is calling for attention, for solo time. An inner voice is waiting to be heard, an inner vision likely to be revealed. So it says, when in balance, there's infinite creative power. When out of balance, it's agitated, snippy, and lacking vision. So to bring that into balance, you need solo time and writing. Oh my goodness. Wow, I've been doing lots of writing lately. So it makes me feel like I'm already like kind of a little, oh yeah. Here, should I read also about the golden egg, since that's at the bottom of the deck? So bottom of the deck is always like, that's like your subconscious, or is the message at the center of the heart, the unstruck sound. It says, within the golden egg lives a precious sound. Deep within that sound resides a message. And the sound cannot be heard, nor the message discerned, until we retreat from the noise of modern day life, which was what we were hearing about the swan. The magical essence of the golden egg needs warmth, quiet, and time to unfold. No rushing, pushing, or grasping. Find a place of deep and restful ease. Perhaps through yoga, nidra, or meditation. If you do not yet have a meditation practice, take some time for introspection and contemplation. When the mind begins to settle and the breath is calm, ask the question that weighs heaviest in your heart, staying open to any response you hear. Engaging with the enemy and engaging with enemy. But the energy of the golden egg is an advanced practice. Wow. Jeez. Right. Yeah. It requires becoming intimate with our very essence and comfortable with vulnerability. When a feeling of tenderness or gratitude arises from deep within you, know that you are well on your way. Your chest may swell like you are seeing an old friend that's been away for a long, long time. Listen to the message they've been waiting to tell you. So they have a message they're waiting to tell you, and we're also being guided into creativity. So let's use the Alice deck, because Alice in Wonderland was a story, and it's creative and it's full of like little rhymes and poetry. So I feel like this like goes together. I'll probably close out with a Rumi as well. Spirit, what message do you have for us about this being guided to do creative practices and expressing our creativity? tapping into this inner message that we need to find through meditation. What did you want us to know about this? So wow, I split, and both of these cards are talking about TikTok, right? It says, use your time well, and that time is there's a TikTok on the clock. So obviously, like the timing, or maybe the time is now, the time, I feel like the time is now. You are rare and free. So I feel like this is also for other people, because I feel like some of this is actually for me. But it says you can't go back to yesterday, which yesterday is a time. If you think about that, and the as a way of time, you can't go back to yesterday. So like, stop hanging on to the past. We're just gonna release the past. We're releasing what no longer works for us. We're going in a new direction. We're leaving the past behind. Yeah, because there's a belief. Like, you might not believe it yet. You might think like, oh, well, I don't have to release the past to go forward. But yes, you do. Yes, you do. Like, whatever the past is coming back with, you can believe that, you know what, nature has a message for you, and whoever this person coming from, I was gonna say coming from behind, coming from the past, they're trying to make you feel like it's not fair for you to go do whatever this is. They feel somehow that they feel like this chain of events is not fair to them. But, like, if we're having our moment of inspiration, it doesn't need to be fair. This is our moment, not theirs. It's um and look at this. This is talking about the creative spark. I feel like what do we got here? It says rules that are not fair. What I just say? So, somebody was trying to make us feel like what we're doing wasn't fair to them. But let's talk about it, because what they were doing was actually what's really not fair. And it says never jam today, which today we saw yesterday, and now we're looking at today. Except today's upside down, because it's like talking about promises that never come to light, or empty words, or not living in the now. But we're saying, I feel like this card is speaking to, the time has come to stop living for these promises. Maybe some people, we were waiting for a promise, and that promise never came. So it's like, we can't keep waiting on it, because the time has come to learn how to create what we desire. So we have to, it's time to move on. It's time to go. It's time to go. It's time to go. You know what? Another thing that we can take away from looking at the swan is, like, swans, because they float in the water but can also fly, they have like boons of movement, right? So, like, the time to move, there's a time to move. And so there's somebody here who's just, there's somebody here who doesn't want us to move on, and they feel like it's unfair. Wow, this is a whole bunch. So let's see what this says. So, uncertainty, but it's upside down. So I feel like that reflects this other person. So there is somebody else who feels really uneasy about these changes that are happening right now, because they feel like it's not fair. They feel like by us changing our mind and going in a new direction, they feel that we've broken a promise, and that what we said before we didn't mean. But that's not always true. And then there's messages for a rabbit. Service to the animal world. You know what? Here's the thing though, right? Is that you might feel like it's unfair. What is this? Yeah, set your course. You might feel like it's unfair, but everybody has a right to change their mind. If we said we want to do this and this together, okay, well, but if you go off and betray us or lie to us or do a bunch of stuff, we are under no obligation to keep previous agreements. Why is it that, oh, because we're like a divine feminine or a divine masculine or anybody that is like a chosen one, like just because they're anointed and serve the light, that doesn't mean that we're obligated to do everything for everybody and not have things be fair to us as well. You know, like if you aren't willing to show up, we don't have to keep staying there and doing that for you. And it's not unfair. You were being unfair, and now things are being balanced out. And so now you just don't like it. And that's just too bad. You know what? You should have shown up better. You should have shown up on time. You shouldn't have been wasting time. You were just out there killing time thinking that you had forever, but you didn't have forever, you know? Things change, while you were gone, while you were sleeping. It's all about keeping your temper. Yeah, so there's somebody out here who's really mad at us, collective. Someone's really mad at us. Oh, well, that's too bad. And Spirit's saying you better keep your temper because Spirit's going to put you in check. Yeah, no need to fear. Oh, yeah, so they're not feeling afraid anymore. Oh, now you're not feeling afraid? Well, like, oh, you had to be left behind to like get over yourself? Jeez, bro. It says belong to your own dream. Yeah. So Spirit is telling us we're gonna go and create this new life because that's the right way for us. You know, uh, because what's been going on wasn't just and fair to us. So we're being put we're being directed in a new way. So this other person, they want to have faith and believe that they can well, I mean, believe whatever you want to believe, you're doing it anyways, right? You've been doing it all this time. You were believing whatever you wanted to. So why should you start doing anything different now, right? Oh, now because we are going on this other path, well, you snooze, you lose. That's what we like to say. Yeah, our moments of regret. So there's probably a bunch of nostalgia. I feel like collective for some of us, we may look at this, being afraid you've been made a mistake, but I think, don't be afraid. Don't worry about everybody makes mistakes sometimes. The point of mistakes is to learn from them. Yeah. So, if you're feeling blocked, you know don't worry that you did something wrong in the past, so that's why you're being blocked now. I feel like this person, whoever's energy this is, they're attempting to send bad energy. They're attempting to block, but what feels like being blocked is really just an illusion. We're not really blocked. And I feel like Spirit is also saying here, where it says belong to your own dreams in the right way, it's like we can create a new way out. All right. So sometimes you may be in a room and you might see, I don't see the doorway. You can create the doorway. It's like you could take your finger, put it on the wall, and draw the door in the handle, and we're going to open it. And you might think, how does that work? I'm just drawing with my finger. Well, yeah, see, exactly. This person, they wanted to have endless moment and so they just wanted to keep staying in the same cycle all the time. Well, bro, we're not going to keep staying in the same cycle all the time. That keeps people stuck, and we have things that we have to do and places that we have to go and people to talk to. And if you're not prepared to do that, then you need to let us go because we have a mission to get to. And, you could have been part of that if you wanted to. You weren't ready to do that, which is fine, So, but if you're not ready to do that, then we have to go without you. That's just how it is. Yeah. So, like this person, they need to I think they are waking up now. They're waking up. But that's not your reading. We're trying to talk to us, dude. Come on, stop it. Yeah, we have all this creativity. We're out here creating and choosing, making better choices for ourselves and building a dream, realizing our dreams and our happiness. This one talks about finding the lesson, but it's upside down. So I feel like this person is finally waking up and learning the lesson. But have you ever heard there's that saying called too little, too late? I just feel like it's too late. I don't know, collective. You know what? Like, if this person comes back to you, I feel like you do have the choice. Like, if you want to like take that person back and or heal that situation, that's really up to you. I personally wouldn't. You know, because I don't think somebody who was if they weren't willing to be with you in the mud, then they shouldn't be able to be with you at the mountaintop. And talk about growing up. You know, this person was like in order for them to get on the path to go with us, they would have had to grow up. And they were not wanting to do that, which we saw with this repetitive cycles card, They just wanted to keep going on about that way. So that's what it is. Sorry. I might switch to a different deck because this deck is really like picking up that other person's energy. And I might actually put all these cards into my spiritual tub. I have my cleansing tub. Yeah, don't drink poison. So it says, do not do things you know are bad for you. So like this person, they're not good for us, and let's not take them with us, okay? Don't take them with you. They don't need to go. In some cases, they're not going to be able to go. And if you try to take them, Spirit is not going to allow you to proceed to that chapter of your life if you keep holding on to them. Yeah. See, now Spirit's here and saying, like, all must have prizes. But your prize, what this person's prize for waking up and getting on their path will end up being something else. I feel like they're being directed towards something new now. They're going to be put on a new path and be given a new soulmate. Yeah. And we're becoming braver. We already woke up. Now we're getting braver and are more resilient and are growing stronger. And we have a fresh perspective. Yes, we have this new fresh perspective. We're in this creative energy. And at the bottom of the deck, we have it again. You are rare and free. So, here. I feel like I'm going to close this out with a Rumi. So I really feel like, these past people, just don't worry about the past people, okay? Just don't worry about them. They had their chance, they had their opportunities, but, they had they had time and they didn't use it wisely. So now it's time for us to choose to use the rest of the time that we have to do what it is that we should be doing. So we have sacred convergence. What cannot be found is what I am longing for. And although poor and needy, I will not accept small pieces of ruby. Exactly, exactly. We are not in it for this breadcrumbing anymore. No, thank you. It says you do not have to force the planets to spin, nor the great cycles of the soul to progress. All that is required is that you show up for what is offered to you now. Yeah, see here, remember that timing we saw yesterday? And then we talk about now. So it says in now, all you have to do is do your part. Take your steps. You cannot remain in a vibration of fear if you want to dwell in the frequency of love. Which I feel like that is like this. I feel like I'm going to take one more. Oh my goodness, dude. You guys, as I'm like reading that, it's like giving me goosebumps. But like hot goosebumps. What, this one? And it says the dissolving light. Why should I fear anything? Exactly. When was I ever less by dying? There is something unworthy of you that must be released. Give up the fears and doubts and the belief that somehow things are not going to work out. You are meant to be free in a way that only truth can provide. Perfect. You're rare and free. You're rare and free. I don't know why, but I feel like I should take this one too. And this is the Arise card. And it says, wings of hope languish from lack of use. Every cell in your body is created to rise to challenges. It says you have gumption, chutzpah, and guts. You dare to love where others only see pain. You dare to believe that everything will work out where others only see what they judge to be wrong. You seek freedom where the world succumbs to manipulation and propaganda. And where others puddle fear, you recognize and know love's true power. So I really feel like, oh my goodness. All right, well, there's like a whole bunch of these Rumi cards really want to come out. So I'm going to end with that Sacred Mother. I'm going to put this down. I set it over here. All right, so we have these. So I'm going to do the Blood Angel first, and then I'll finish with the Star Mother Arrakis. It says, in the midst of the darkness, a moon appeared with its brilliance. An opening to receive, you must empty what has been. Exactly, yes, we are talking about releasing the past. This is so perfect. So it says, grace is not about an exchange of equal measure. You will receive according to the great generosity of life itself. More shall be offered in compensation for what you are willing to release. So allow for a new influx of energy. Yes, we're releasing what doesn't serve us anymore so that we can get what we really deserve, okay? For the life that is really meant for us. And then now is this, it says Star Mother Arrakis. Be the king. So is this maybe for a male energy out here? It says, be the king who has made his own kingdom. Our Star Mother keeps an eye on all the wild games happening in the sacred playground of the earth, shining her divine justice and protection. No bully shall prevail over you. No bully from within shall prevail either. You are the child so secure in the love of our mother that you can trust life and your ability to face whatever comes implicitly. Which that was like, oh my gosh. And this talking about facing challenges, which this card was talking about facing challenges as well. So I feel like these are all like really positive messages, So for those of us in the collective, we have these creative works that we're working on, and I believe that we should, we need to release the past so that we can complete this creative work. And I feel like this creative work is the next thing. So like, you might feel like your mission here on earth could have lots of different parts, and there'll be plenty of time to do all these other things, and I believe that we're being guided to do the creative thing right now. So this seems like a message guiding us to do the creative work and just rise to it. Don't be, and for us to not be afraid to let this person go. Like this person, they're going to be put on a new path. Hopefully they learn their lesson and then they can go create a new beautiful life for themselves somewhere else. So that is all I have for you today. Hopefully you watched this far. Most people click off before now, but if you watched the whole thing, I super appreciate you. As always, I've been saying lately, like if you'd like me to pray for you, feel free to email me. And if you want to give me a mailing address, I'll send you a prayer cloth with a prayer written out for what you should read when you're using it, if you would like one. So what's that? Oh, and Miss Mimi would like to say hi. Here she is. Here's Miss Mimi. She's over here. She wanted to join too. Here, let me. Hi, Mimi. Do you want to say hello? Okay. All right. All right. Well, that's it for us. Thank you for listening. Have a good night.